This is the Little Buddy. It's a super portable little propane heater that'll go about 5 hours on just one canister, and it'll put out about 5,000 BTUs. Let's talk about it. So we all know about the Buddy Flex, and we all know about the Big Buddy, and we all know about the Portable Buddy, but the Little Buddy gets no love in this community. And I don't know why. I personally have never seen a review on one, and I've never held one until I ordered one the other day, because I was like, everybody talks about the Big Buddy and the Buddy Flex sometimes, which it doesn't get as much love as I'd like it to as well. But this guy's super cool, and it's so lightweight, and it's really affordable. So why don't people talk about it? Now, here's the thing. It's not going to put out the 18,000 BTUs or the 12,000 BTUs of some of these others, or even the 40,000 BTUs of the wall mount unit that I've got from Mr. Heater, but that's not what it's for. This is really for personal use, and it's for times when it's not super crazy cold outside, but it's also not warm either, and you want to take the chill off. Another place where I see this thing shining is in a tent. So I went camping by myself a couple of years ago. It was like 15 degrees, and the Big Buddy heater was way too much. I couldn't get it low enough for it to not just cook me inside this little tent. So the place I see this thing shining is in small spaces where you don't want to overdo it. Something like the Buddy Flex, you know, it's going to put out way more energy than you might want at certain times, and you can't dial it back. It's also larger, heavier, harder to take around with you, and it's going to burn through propane way faster. Now, the cool thing about the Buddy, all of the Buddy systems, is they can all be run off of a single 1-pound tank. This is the Flame King, and I've done a video on that one. Check it out. This is just the standard Coleman 1-pound tank that you can buy. Also, I've done lots and lots of videos on refilling these. Super safe if you know what you're doing. This is the easiest entry. With about 10 bucks, you can get yourself refilling these. And then the Fuel Keg, which I just released a video on, and I definitely recommend that. On all of these, I'm also going to say it right now, make sure you get the brass cap. If you saw my Fuel Keg video, this guy leaks. You take this off, gas starts coming out. These guys, after you work on them for a while and you refill them a few times, they leak. Same with these. Over time, these guys start to leak. So get yourself these super inexpensive brass caps, link in the description below, and you will be good to go. But now we're back over to the Buddy heater. Thanks for my brief intermission there. I like it because it just sits. Most of the heat is going to go straight up. Okay, it's not radiating heat back at you like this. It's just going straight up, which, you know, it is what it is. So you're not going to heat an entire room with it if it's super cold, but you've got that. Let's talk about starting it and stopping it. There's only on and there's off. The cool thing about it is there's just one button for all of it. You press and hold that. And if we look here at the pilot light, I'm going to press and hold it again. There's the pilot. I'm going to hold it for a moment or two, and I let go. That's it. No other knobs. No trying to figure out if you've got to be here, or way over here, or here, or here, and how all that stuff. No instructions really to read and get wrong. I've actually had a lot of trouble with this guy, and we can talk about that later. But it's heating up. I'm not going to hold my hand here long because it's hot. In a moment, that little polypore looking thing right there is going to start to glow red. We might not be able to see it because it's still kind of bright out here, but that's what's going to happen. It's still going. You can see the pilot is strong. Let's give it a minute to kind of do what it's going to do. We'll come back to that. So I've personally purchased every single one of the Buddy products, right? I love this line. They've never sponsored me once. They've never even reached out to me once. But I will continue to promote their products because they're rock solid. Yes, you can mess things up. definitely use a fuel filter. I've got a video on that too. If you're going to be using a hose to run like your Buddy Flex, but they've been in the game for a long time. They're the biggest, they're the best. Let's just keep going with it. It works. All right, let's jump back over here. You can see it's starting to turn red to some extent. I don't know if we'll really be able to see it just due to it being still bright outside, but it's putting off a ton of heat. I can feel the heat over here, but over here, this is where I'm not really gonna wanna hold my hand too long. Let's talk about the things I don't like. I don't like that with their brand, the Fuel Keg, if I pick this up, the base comes off. Now, of course, I can just set it right there. It's made for these guys. If I put that in there, look at that, it fits. What are you thinking, Mr. Heater? Like, why did you not make it so that this guy, it fits snug right here? Put it down, lift it up. There's absolutely no friction whatsoever. So I don't like that. I do like the amount of heat that comes off. I think it's perfect for personal use, like I've said already. And I like the simplicity of it. To turn it off, you simply push this button once, it turns off. It's done. Let's light it again. Let's talk about some of the other features. All right, you see it's on. Now, as I tip it over, I don't know if you heard that, but it turned off. All right, there's an internal, listen for it. You hear that? All right, so there's an internal tip prevention thing, I don't know what else to call it, that it's going to keep it from tipping over and catching your carpet on fire and burning your house down. All of these units have it. In addition to that, it has the carbon monoxide detection. So if levels get too high, it's gonna shut itself down. So that's a great safety feature. This is made for being indoors. Now there's a lot of people who are going to absolutely scream and just whinge out about how you can't have any flames inside your house because you're all gonna die. Oh my gosh. People have had gas stoves in their house for a really, really long time. Now don't be stupid, read the instructions, make sure you know all the warning stuff, make sure you never, ever, ever do this in your home with all the windows shut and everything closed off without a carbon monoxide detector. Probably not best practices to sleep. In fact, the warning labels will tell you never, ever, ever sleep with that thing going. Don't be stupid. So overall, I think it's a great little unit. I'm going to be taking it camping with me here in just a couple of weeks. I'm excited to see how that goes. Of course, I will take this guy with us as well because we always take it. We took the Buddy Flex on a car trip one time where we weren't planning on camping, and the heater went out and it was 7 degrees below zero, and this guy kept us nice and toasty in the car while driving. Loved it. Don't forget to check out our other videos on this topic. If you are into preparedness or just not freezing, if you hate the cold like I do, this video is great for you. It's going to talk about how to economically use these systems, and it's going to save you a lot of money. We'll see you on the next one.